Hi, my name is Jacqueline Elizabeth, but you can call me Jackie, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to over here. Normally, I've been doing a lot of writing vlogs, but this week I don't want to say busy because I wasn't super busy and I was working a lot on my book, so would have been a great opportunity for me to be vlogging. But my mental health was not the best, and life happens. Um, I I turned 23 yesterday, Sunday, October 20th, and this week was filled with a lot of feelings about that. Um, Birthdays, I used to love my birthday, and in a way I still do. But I don't know, as I've gotten older, it's just gotten, I don't want to say sadder because it's not sad, but it's gotten lonelier, I guess, especially this year. After having graduated college and moved back home, and I've already been pretty lonely. Um, it just got kind of lonelier. So I decided to go back up to my college for the weekend to celebrate my birthday with my best friend. Um, and we went book shopping, and I picked up two books. I picked up The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore, and The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore as well. And I'm very excited to get to them at some point. But I've been doing a lot of reflecting and thinking, and goal setting. There's of course a lot of things I want to do, and I don't think I had many goals when I turned 22 of like, this is what I want to do before I turn 23. And like, I don't know if that's even like a thing people do, but in the past year, I published two books and I graduated college. And those are big things. Um, and of course, I have, lofty goals. I'd love to be a New York Times bestselling author, but that's probably a ways away. But I think I want to set more manageable goals. And another one is going to be, I want to do that again. Not graduating college, right? We're done with school for now. But I want to publish two books again. I'm setting a bigger goal for myself, which is I want to publish two books in a calendar year every, like, my dream goal, career, whatever, would be two books every year, one young adult, one like new adult. Book I'm currently working on is a college romance, and it should hopefully have a little spice, which is going to be new for me, and I'm very excited to dive into that. But so two books in a year. One would be the next book in sort of the Undead Stars series, and I haven't at this point classified it as a series. With my first two books, because my first book is sort of like the prequel to the series in the way that I have it planned, and now I'm working on something completely different, and I'm not sure I'm gonna go back to the Undead Stars. But if you don't know about my book, The Undead Stars, here it is. She's really pretty. It's about Kyle and Finn and their band, The Undead Stars. They go on a summer tour in the summer between high school and college. And I do think I'd keep this series. Like, I guess it would bleed into new adult, but basically their band goes on tour for the summer. Kyle's the guitarist, Finn's the drummer, and just kind of goes from there. So there are 3 other members of the band, and with that, there would be 2 more books. If you've read The Undead Stars, hopefully you've picked up on why there would only be 2 more books. But if not, I don't need to really talk around it. If not, basically, Mari, who's the bassist, you have her book, and then Harper and Aspen would have their book together. Yeah, I don't think that's a spoiler for The Undead Stars, but yeah. So, and I've been thinking, like, I'm gonna do my hockey book, my hockey series, start that off, and then I do one hockey book, one the next Undead Stars, excuse me, and just go back and forth between the 2. But I mean, we'll see what happens after I publish the hockey book. If I even want to go back to the Undead Stars, or if I want to just kind of move on from that, I may. It's really just a matter of, oh, I'm getting a phone call. And we're back. Alright, so, sorry about that. My best friend Fallon is just calling me. Hi, cutie, I know you're watching. You finally did it. I know you're proud of yourself. She's been saying that she's like wanted to like interrupt me when I'm filming, and today was finally that day, so yay. But back to what I was saying about setting goals for the next year of my life. I mean, in the next year, so like 2 books, and maybe I'll keep with like the more YA and the more like adult or new adult, and going like back and forth. I have 1,000,002 ideas, so if any of them that are more YA pique my interest, I may end up writing them, but they will always be gay. And I think after The Undead Stars, they will always be sapphic. At least that's my plan. With other goals, I don't know if these are even going to be possible within the next year, but we're going to put it out into the universe. I'd love to go to like a book convention as an author. I don't know if that will be, within this year or within maybe the next year by 25. I think that's maybe more plausible. But I think maybe I'm selling myself short by picking like smaller goals, if you want to call them smaller goals. But like I'd love to do a book signing. I'd love to see my books in a bookstore or in a library. I know there are a couple libraries, or I know there is one library that I do believe has a copy of my book because of a family friend that works there. So I'd love to see that. And I mean, I think my high school library might also have a copy of my book, of The 8 Slopes of Hanukkah, but that's my high school library. Not that that's not like a public library, but like I don't know, because it's not. It's just my school. But like, I'd love to see it just a bit more like broad in more places, I guess. Yeah. And like, speaking of libraries, it's in the library. There's 2 in the libraries where my grandmother is in like the independent living nursing home place that she's at. She donated a couple copies. I didn't know. I signed them. um, yeah, so that's there. And she also just keeps a bunch of copies on hand to gift people, which is so sweet and makes me so happy. But I'd love to reach my demographic more. Like, it's great that my grandparents are reading my book and whatever, but they are not my target audience, and I would love my book to get into the hands of people who are my target audience. And I'm having a hard time marketing these books. So if anyone has tips, I could really use, or not even just tips, if you have any like recommendations of like online classes or courses that maybe aren't too expensive, that would be really, really helpful. I'm definitely looking for that. And especially now that I'm starting a new job. Yeah, I'd love to like understand more of what it is I need to be doing, or I should be or could be doing to help boost boost sales. And I think another goal, and I'm gonna say this, and it's small in the grand scheme of things, but I'm worrying that it's too big of a goal for me. And I'm gonna actually back this up with numbers here. Okay, I think that actually went up. Oh no. No, it didn't. I'm stupid. No, I'm not. But I would love, I guess it's two things. I would love to have sold, I think, 100 books, have 100 processed orders on Amazon through KDP. Right now I'm looking at it and I'm sitting at 40, which is awesome. But like, I'd love to increase that number. And then I guess, I guess there's really, I mean, three goals with this. Both my books are in Kindle Unlimited, so it's counted on pages read. I think, is it too big? No, that is too big. I was gonna say 10,000 pages, but I'm thinking more reasonable would be 5,000 by the time I turn 24, and I'm currently at 1,101. And then for signed copies, I think I'm gonna say 50 signed copies in this year. So between the time now I've turned 23 and before I turn 24, I would love to this year ship out 50 signed copies. That sounds so huge, and so unobtainable at the moment, because as of right now, I would be at one, because I did ship one out today to one of my best friends, Madison. And yeah, and when I did sign copies for the Eight Souls of Hanukkah, which they are still available, I do have, I believe, 4 copies right now that I can, sign and ship out, and I can always get more if people want. Um, but for those signed copies, it was really friends and family. But now I'm hoping for it to not be, which is why I've opened a PO box and have started to, take it a little more seriously. Not that I wasn't taking it seriously before, but yeah, take it a little more seriously. That's, yeah. I guess those are some good goals. Yeah. And then I think where I was going before I got interrupted was, also thinking like the end of 2024. What if there's, certain things I want to do before the end of the year. And for me, really, I just want to draft this hockey book. And I keep pushing back when my outline is going to be done by. And a lot of that has come down to mental health as of late. Because I've been struggling. And I guess I'll throw in one non-writing, non-reading, non-bookish goal. And that'll be to get back into therapy and find a new therapist. Because there's a lot I wanna do in that regard. There's a lot of work that I know needs to be done. And I want to start working on it. So, yeah. So thank you so much for watching this rambly little, I don't know, birthday book haul, goal setting, reflection. I don't know what this was, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, feel free to go ahead and subscribe down below, leave a like, and a comment with maybe some of your goals for the end of the year, the next year. If you want to do your goals marked by your birthday and you have some of those, let me know. Yeah, you can go ahead and follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. Both of those are linked down below. And feel free to check out my books that are out now. Both The Eight Souls of Hanukkah and The Undead Stars are available everywhere books are sold and on Kindle Unlimited. So please go and check those out. It means a lot to me. And I will see you next week back with your regularly scheduled content with another writing blog. But that's all for me for now. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.